I mean, it's not that hard. Just don't talk during the movies. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. Time to rant. I just got done seeing the new Blade Runner movie, which was good. Give it a good solid 8 out of 10. But this isn't about Blade Runner, alright? This isn't a movie review. No. This is about what happened during the movie. During the movie, there was this couple, sitting right, kind of right next to me. There was like about two empty chairs between us. And they wouldn't stop talking. That's the problem I have, is people talking during the movies. Now, this has been happening way too often. I've been experiencing this way too often. Like, have some courtesy, right? I mean, we're all seeing this movie. I would say majority of us are seeing this movie for the first time. It's the first time seeing this movie. And we all want to, experience the movie. It's why we went to go see the movie. But then you have those people that just love to talk. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, I'm completely silent during the movie. No, there's times where I'm like, oh, wow, that was a pretty cool scene. Or like, oh, wow, did you see that? I didn't see that coming. But that's it. That's all you get. Little words. But there's people who have full-on conversations. And whispering. No, they're not whispering. They're speaking at a volume where I can still hear you clearly. Like, for instance, today, I want to say there was about maybe 5 to 10 minutes left of the movie. Like, you just had that feeling of, okay, it started to, come to the end, there's going to be a conclusion. And this couple over here just started having a conversation. Like, oh, I'm so confused, what's going on? It's like, can you just not wait? Can you just not wait for like 5 or 10 minutes? Can you not wait until the end credits start rolling? Then that, when the movie ends, that's the perfect time. The perfect time to talk to your loved one, talk to your friends, whoever, and share, your experience with the movie, what your thoughts are, your opinions or questions, whatever. I mean, that's what I do. Like, I'll go to the movies with my friends, and then at the end of the movie, normally we'll just hang out in the parking lot, and we'll just discuss the movie. Like, what we liked about it, maybe what we didn't like, just stuff like that. Especially me who really loves movies, and I really like to dive deep into the movie rather than just being like, yeah, it was pretty good, whatever, cool fight scenes. No, I like to really go in depth. But that's after the movie, all right? That's after it's all said and done. We're in a parking lot. We're away from other people, all right? Because last thing I want to do is spoil a movie to everyone. And that's another thing. Let me finish this one thought. It's just basically, if you really have a burning question, or you just you really want to say something, just wait after the movie. Or whisper, get into the person's ears and whisper, hey, I'm confused, what's going on? Not just be like, hey, what's going on? I don't understand. If I hear you, you're too loud. Alright? Just stop. Please. You ruin it for everyone else. And especially, in the movie there's a twist. Not gonna spoil it for you, but there's a twist. And when they were starting to, explain the twist, I was starting to be like, oh, okay. But no, I didn't get to experience that. Oh, okay. Because then Loudmouth over here starts being like, oh, it's like, you just ruined that experience. It's like going to see a horror movie, and you're watching it with someone, and then someone's like, oh, he's gonna die, and then like a minute later they end up getting killed. And it's like, even if you knew for yourself, like, oh, that person is gonna be killed off, you want to see it unfold. You want that, like, that experience. But no, you have loudmouths over there that like to just jump the gun and just ruin it for everyone. The other thing I was going to talk about too was, you know, whenever you go see like a big movie, like those movies where you have to wait in line, like for instance like a Marvel movie, a DC movie, or, you know, just like a Star Wars movie, like a big movie where, you know, you have to wait in line. And then, you know, you're in that line for maybe the second showing, and so you start seeing the people come out from the first showing, and they're all just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they killed that person off, or da da da. It's like, dude, like, I know you just saw the movie, and I know, you know, you're just like, it hit you, and you're like, man, I can't wait to talk about it. But hey, there's people in line going to see the same movie you're seeing. So don't spoil it for them, alright? Wait till you get outside. Wait till you know, be away from people who haven't seen it yet, and then talk about it. It's like, just have some respect, you know? Like, and this is just me personally. I know, not a big deal, but I love trailers, especially trailers that I haven't seen, which is pretty hard because most trailers I already see way beforehand, thanks to, you know, the internet and stuff. But sometimes, you know, when you see a trailer like on your phone, and then when you go see the same trailer at the movies, it's completely different. You know, it just has that bigger feel to it. And, you know, I like that experience. But people talk during those too. But you know what? That's okay. Honestly, even though personally I don't like it, but you know what? If you're going to talk, go ahead. Talk during the trailers, alright? Just don't talk during the movie. Okay, we all paid a lot of money, because tickets these days are not cheap, especially the food. But tickets aren't cheap, alright? And we're all wanting to see this one movie. That's why we're all in the same room. We all want to see this same movie. You know? But you just have those people that just... There's people that don't care, and then there's just people who... It's just... They don't comprehend it, you know? Like, for instance, like... Whenever I go see, like, I'll be honest, I wasn't like, oh, you know, chomping at the bit. Great, lights out. I mean, I wasn't chomping at the bit of going to see Blade Runner. I mean, I wanted to see it, but I wasn't like, oh, let's go see it. But like, for instance, Thor Ragnarok that is coming out, I don't know, no, not next week, I think it's the week after. But I can't wait to see that movie. But, you know, there's just people that, you know, they just go, like... It's like, guys, when you bring your girlfriend, like, you're the one excited for the movie, and she's just there just to be there. Like, she just wants to tag along. And I'm not just saying it's the girls. I'm just saying, just an example, because this happened to me, where you're the one excited for the movie, and then, you know, your girlfriend or your friend, whatever, not so much. They're just like, oh, I'm just tag along, got nothing else to do. And then they're the ones that start talking, start questioning. Because, like, I had that, for instance, like, with my ex-girlfriend, we go see, for instance, like, what's the thing, like, Civil War. I was ecstatic to go see it. Like, I just could not wait. But then, you know, went to see with her, and she would ask these questions. Now, It's like, babe, I would love to answer your questions. I really do. But right now is not a good time. Let it unfold, alright? And then I'll give you the answers after the movie. And that's the thing too. Where it's like, if you know you're going to the movies, you're going to see a movie that you don't know anything about, but the person you're going with knows everything about it, maybe ask questions beforehand. You know, like, hey, what's this movie really about? Like, oh, I know it's a sequel. What happened in the first movie? You know, just to get that all out of the way. Because you might be that same couple that like to talk and ruin the movie. And then, while we're talking about people at the movies, I had this other, experience where I went to see, I think it was Conjuring 2, right? Just me and my friend were like, hey, it looks interesting. You want to go see it? Yeah, let's go see it. And I'm sitting there, and like, there was like this weird smell, like this bad BO. But it was coming from this side. It was coming from my left side. It's like, it's not me. I know it's not me. I showered before I even got to the place. I looked over, and some guy just has his feet all, set up onto the chair next to me. No shoes on. Bare feet. And then my friend looks at me, and he smells the BO, and he thinks it's me. He's like, dude. I'm like, and it from that point on, it ruined the whole experience for me. It really did. Or when I went to see Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and there was this son and his dad that was sitting in the row in front of me, so it was kind of like diagonally, they were right here, and they started talking. And I knew what I was getting into was during the trailer. They started talking, and they were showing like a trailer for, oh man, what was it? It might have been for Civil War. Not sure. All I do know is that it involved like Iron Man. And they're like, oh look, it's Iron Man. I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah, it's Iron Man, be quiet. And then in the movie, now most of us, especially Star Wars, we see the trailers. We see it on TV. We see it on YouTube. It'd be like the #1 trending thing. But watching a movie, and then when they have the scene where, they, introduce, the Han Solo, Harrison Ford, and they're like, oh, look, it's Han Solo. He's in this movie. I'm like, are you joking me? Are you joking me right? Are you joking? You're telling me you had no idea that he was going to be in this movie. You had no idea. Even though for months they've been showing trailers. Especially this one scene. This one scene was in the trailer. And you're wow, he's in it. Like, it's one thing, but like, oh, wow, Luke Skywalker just showed up out of nowhere. I would get that. Alright? But they literally just showed it in the trailers months in advance. But now you're like, oh, wow, he's in. And not just that, you say it out loud. You're like, oh, wow, it's Han Solo. Like, shush. You just shush. Alright, this is the biggest movie of the year. Everyone's excited. Don't ruin it. You just shush. That's it. And then, another thing I've seen, it's just people on their phones with the brightness on. Alright, sometimes I get it. Maybe you have to go on your phone because, whatever. I don't think you should be on your phone. But if it's on silence and, it has the brightness off, okay, whatever. You're not bothering me. But no, full on brightness. And there's a dude sitting over here where I can, he's in my view. And he's just texting. And not just like, sometimes they're like, oh, I gotta text this person real quick. Like, oh, it's my mom. I gotta text her real quick. No, it was text, pull it back out, text, pull it back out, with the brightness still on. And I'm like, You're this close. You're this close, and I'm gonna throw this freaking drink at you. I'm gonna just chuck it at you. I don't want to do that, because that just loses my focus on the movie. All right, just stop. Put your phone away. All right, it's probably not that big of a deal. If it is, if it's a real big issue, get up, walk out, and then, do your business, do your texting. You know what? Maybe give them a call. Give them a call. Be like, hey, I'm in the movies right now. I can't talk. I can't text you right now. Just, let me call you. All right. Just gonna be a few hours or whatever. But no, that didn't go in this guy's head. And you know what? I'm so glad I didn't see what he was texting about. Because I would have been more livid if it was one of those text messages where it's like, hey, what are you up to? Oh, I'm seeing Star Wars. Oh, that's cool. How is it? Oh, it's pretty good. Or, oh, I don't know yet because, it hasn't really started yet. Put your phone away. Alright? And like I said before, if it is serious and you just have to text, like, oh my goodness, I'm watching probably one of the biggest blockbuster movies of the year, I've got a text. Then you know what? Make sure the silence is off and the brightness is off. Alright? 2 things. Those are the 2 things you need. You can't, it's not one of those either or. 2 things. Alright? Kill the brightness because it ruins it. Especially for me, like I'm watching a movie and I just see light. I'm seeing light where there should be no light. There should be no light over here. We're in a dark theater. There should be no light over there. Unless it's one of the workers. But you can tell if it's one of the workers. So, kill the brightness. Or if you hear bring or brr, brr, like, you better kill that phone off or I will take it and I will break it. Don't know how I'm going to break it, but I'm going to try breaking it. But you know what? I'm going to break it after the movie. Because I paid, especially when you go see like an XL movie, that's about like 13, 14 bucks. Alright? That's not cheap. Alright? Ooh, well that's just 13, 14 bucks. For a ticket. Alright? That's a little pricey. But you know what? Whatever. I don't care. Obviously I don't care. Because I already mentally was like, yeah, I've definitely paid 13, 14 bucks because I really want to see this movie. And because I really want to see this movie, you're ruining it for me. So don't ruin movies for people. Don't do it. Alright? Don't be that person. Not that hard. Don't talk. Or if you do, if you're watching with someone, literally whisper in their ear. I want your lips that close to their ear and just be like, hey, what's going on? I don't understand what's going on. I'm confused. Alright? And you better make sure I don't hear you. Because if I can hear you, you're too loud. And then 2, your phone. Brightness off and it's on silence. Better off, it should be off. You should turn it off. But it's whatever.